Dear viewers, the topic which we will discuss today is why the Taliban regime is hosting global terrorists? Question mark. A report has been released by the U.S. Institute of Peace, Washington D.C., in which it has been alleged that the Taliban regime is is providing support to Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan. Number one. Number two, in the Chinese province of Xinjiang, Eastern Turkestan Islamic Movement, and in Uzbekistan, International Movement of Uzbekistan, and elsewhere also. So this is something which is very dangerous, and I think the manner in which the US conducted its drone attack and killed, according to its own version, and killed the chief of Al-Qaeda, Ayman Zawahiri. That is another point, that Afghanistan, the Taliban regime was hosting Ayman Zawahiri, which was a violation of Doha Accord. So this is something which is a continuation of the first Taliban regime, in which they had provided support. They had hosted Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, Ayman Zawahiri and others, which led to the US-led attack over Afghanistan in post 9/11. There are a couple of things which we have to remember. The first is that the Taliban regime is a highly religious government, and it doesn't see any reason if it is not supporting its counterparts, that is Islamists in different parts of the world. The second thing is that the Taliban regime has denied the allegations which were basically put in US Institute of Peace report, and it argued that these were baseless, bunch of lies, and the Taliban is not supporting any sort of external elements or groups as far as their soil is concerned. The third thing is that a year has passed since the Taliban took over, that is August 15, 2021, and in 1 year's time they have consolidated their position despite the fact that they lack international legitimacy. But now it seems that there are some of the countries very close as far as rendering diplomatic recognition to the Taliban regime in Kabul concerned. Even India is thinking, and there are reports that there is growing interaction between India and the Taliban regime. Also Russia, China and Pakistan is certainly, but with Pakistan it is very strange that recently the Taliban spokesperson, he alleged that Pakistan had provided the US its airspace, had granted its airspace to conduct drone attacks inside Afghanistan, and one of the attacks it killed Ayman Zawahiri, which the Pakistan Foreign Office has denied. That these are allegations, and it has been argued by Islamabad that the Kabul regime must comply with the Doha Accord of February 2020. So I think Afghanistan is again at the crossroads, and if the Taliban, they fail to learn lessons from their past blunders, then the time may not be far when Afghanistan will be transformed as a hub of global terrorists. And certainly if China is comfortable with Taliban today, if Russia is comfortable with Taliban today, how would they react? If the Taliban, they are found sheltering the Eastern Turkestan Islamic Movement, or the Islamic Movement of Uzbekistan, or even the jihadi forces, for example in Chechnya and in Russia, and in India, in Kashmir, in the Indian occupied Kashmir. So that is something which the Taliban must bear in mind. The Taliban, on the other hand, they argue that they have transformed, that they are now better, they have learned lessons. But the time is perhaps not on their side. and still there is a lot of mistrust and there's suspicion and there's ill will between Taliban and the West. And therefore, if more and more evidences are found that Afghanistan, the Taliban regime is involved in providing shelter and support to Islamic extremist groups, then I think it will again lead to some sort of a backlash. And the US, along with its allies, may again target the Taliban regime, which will be detrimental as far as the region is concerned. Because Afghanistan, after all, although landlocked, but if it remains unstable, then it will continue to destabilize Central Asia, West Asia, and South Asia. Thank you very much.